Hi everyone! Today we're going to make an amazing rainbow fish drawing based off of the book Rainbow Fish. This is going to help us practice our drawing and coloring skills. We're going to use lots of lines, shapes, and colors to create our very own rainbow fish. For this drawing, you will need paper and a pencil. You'll also need a black marker and something to color with. But right now, we're just going to start with one sheet of paper and a pencil. Make sure that your paper is not vertical. This is called vertical or portrait. It means that the paper is oriented vertically. We actually want our paper horizontally. The first thing I do is always the same. I take out my pencil and I write my name. That is the first thing I want you to do. Write your name on the back of your paper. Not huge and not teeny tiny. Just write your name regularly on the back and then flip your paper over so that we can get started. For this drawing, I want you to use a pencil first. In the video, you will see me switching between a pencil and a black marker so that you can see my lines better. But I want you to just start with a pencil just in case you need to erase any of your lines. Now let's get started. Our first line we're going to make is a curved line. It's actually going to be two curved lines that make an ellipse. This is going to be our rainbow fish's body. Remember to watch me draw the step first and then follow along. Starting on the right side of your paper, find the middle and make a dot. Not all the way on the edge, so make sure you leave a little bit of room, but make a dot toward the middle on the right side of your paper. Then go over to the left, but not all the way over, and make another dot. Now you should have more room between your dot and the left side than you do between your dot and the right side. Lots of room on the left for the tail. Now we're going to connect these two dots using a curved line, but don't make it go all the way to the top so that you make sure you have room for our rainbow fish's top fin. I'm going to repeat each step with my black marker to give you time to follow along with me. So just to recap, we made our two dots with more room on the left, and then we connected them with a curved line, leaving some room at the top for our fin. The next step is to connect those two dots again, but with another curved line going the opposite way, kind of like a U. We're going to connect those two dots with a curved line, and now we have a shape called an ellipse. An ellipse is kind of like an oval, but it has more pointed ends, kind of like a football shape. Next, we have the tail. Now, the tail is not just a simple triangle. We are going to start by finding that point on our ellipse and going up just a little bit. From there, you're going to create a diagonal line. It's okay if it's a little bit curved because our fish has a flowy tail. Then we're going to do the same thing, but flipped on the bottom. Find that point, go down a little bit, and do another diagonal line, a little bit curved. Diagonal line up, diagonal line down. Then we're going to connect these two lines to complete our tail. I'm going to connect the two lines using a wavy line. A wavy line. Next, we're going to draw the bottom fin of our rainbow fish. Now, you can see in the book he has 1, 2, 3. I'm only going to draw 1, but you can draw 3 if you want, or 2, or 1, up to you. On the bottom of our fish, I'm going to draw a curved line down. Next, I'm going to draw another line back up to the body to finish our bottom fin. Next, it's time for the top fin. I didn't leave that much room for my top fin, and that's okay. If the same happened to you, we can still make it work. From the top, we're going to draw a curve that turns into a wavy line. And then it comes back down to the body. Next, we're going to add a few details. We're going to add some wavy lines to our fins. Remember, you're still using a pencil for all of these steps. I'm going to add wavy lines to my top fin, to my bottom fin, and some to the tail. Now it's time for the face of our rainbow fish. We are going to start by drawing a curved line going from the top to the bottom. Watch how I do it. Next, it's time to draw the eye. We are going to start by drawing a circle for the eye. Don't make it too tiny because we're going to need to fit some other circles in there as well. Next, let's add another circle inside the circle we just made. And then another teeny little circle inside that one. So a circle, inside a circle, inside a circle. Now that teeny tiny one, we are going to leave white. That is the highlight. But we're going to color that middle circle in, leaving the teeny tiny one white. Then we're going to draw a little eyebrow. Next, it's time to draw our fish's mouth. Starting from the right side where we started our ellipse, we're going to draw a curved line for our fish's mouth. Next, we're going to draw the lips. So starting from the edge, you can draw a curved line that connects to the first curved line we made, and do the same thing on the bottom. Then we're going to add one more curve to the corner of our mouth to show that he's smiling. Now it's time to add all those beautiful scales on our rainbow fish. I'm going to hold it up a little bit closer so that you can see. The scales look complicated, but they're actually just like the letter C over and over again. A curved line like the letter C. So to make your scales, we are going to make curved lines over and over again to make all of our scales. Don't make them too teeny tiny because you want to leave room for you to color in your scales. Now, once you've done your first row of scales, watch how I do the next one, because this is what makes it look like scales. You're going to start in the middle of one of the scales you already drew, and then draw it to the middle of the next one. Middle, to the next middle, to the next middle. You're connecting those C-shaped curved lines to the middle of each scale that you already drew. This is what's going to create that layered effect to make the scale texture. To do the rest of your scales, you're just going to keep doing the same thing. Find the middle of one scale and connect it to the one next to it, middle to middle. Keep going until you reach the end of your fish. Wow, now that we're done drawing, your paper should actually look a bit more like this because you used pencil the whole time. Now, you'll need to find a black marker. You can also use a Sharpie, and we're going to trace our lines. But make sure if you use a Sharpie to put some extra pieces of paper underneath so that it doesn't bleed through onto your table. You're going to take that black marker or black Sharpie and trace your lines slowly and carefully. In the video, it does not look like I'm going slow because I sped it up quick just so you could see how to do it. But take your time and do your best. Once you're done tracing, if you have any pencil lines showing, you can use your eraser to erase any of those peekaboo pencil lines. Now it's time for the best part, coloring. You can use markers, crayons, colored pencils, any coloring supplies that you have. When you're coloring, make sure to color in one direction, no scribbling, and try to fill in all of those white spaces that might peek through. When you're done coloring, you can add some more details. Maybe some bubbles coming out of your rainbow fish's mouth, maybe some seaweed on the bottom of our sea floor, or maybe some more little fish friends. However you want to color it, just make sure you take your time and do your best. If you happen to finish in the time that we have in art, you can flip it over and draw another picture on the back of your paper. Hope you guys enjoy!